I got a privacy strike from Tiffany Marie for the video that I put up that John did. Great video, by the way, John. I'm trying to figure out how it's a privacy strike when John intentionally bleeped out all of her personal information. There was no last names, no son's names, no grandma's names, no mom and pop names. Nobody's name. She recorded herself on an app. And now it's public domain. When you put it out there, Tiffany, it gets out there. You should know that because you erase everything so you don't usually get caught. But for whatever reason, you forgot to erase this one. What about all those families that you go after? Should they be putting a privacy strike on you? Because you're dwelling really deep into their personal family lives. Their birth dates, their everything. What they had for breakfast. I mean, you're checking their garbage. You know, any little tidbit of info that you can find on one of these poor grieving families. You dig it up from the grave. You dig it up from whatever mess pit of people that you find it from. You run with everything. True, not true, might be true. So when a video surfaces that you told the story, Tiffany, you told the story of yourself and your character and pretty much solidified everything that everybody thought about you anyway. And this is the way you act in your real life. In your real life, you act this bad in your real life. You have no regard for other people. You have no regard for anything except Tiffany Marie. You're in it to win it, right? You're in it to win it. But why do it this way? Like, why do it this way? You knew the video was out there when John said he had the video. So you just double down, just like Laura does, just like Molly does. You double down. And then you get down and dirty. And then it turns out that it's true. He does have a video of you telling the story. So your privacy strike. It's in review. I don't have to take my video down. They're going to review it. And when they do review it, they should see that there's no pertinent information other than your YouTube name, which is public domain, on a recording that you made on an app that is in public domain. So I shouldn't have a problem. But if I do, I've got it taped. And I also have just the strict audio, so I can play just the audio. Either way, it's getting played, Tiffany Marie. It really is. I mean, you've got 12,000 subs now? 12,000. And you treat people in your real life this nasty. So just imagine what is it you're doing out there in the internet? Like, if you can treat a human being, a fellow human being, as badly as you did to Dunkin' Donuts people that are actually there to work and serve customers, you're entitled. You feel entitled. Shaking your coffee, I don't get that for the life of me. Why would anybody shake your coffee? What is wrong with your wrists? You cannot shake the coffee yourself? How hard is that? Why do they have to do it? Are they your slave? Is that the way you look at other people? Is other people are your slave to do your bidding? And you did this all in front of your son. And he videotaped it. So he has a record of his mother being wacky. That's nice. That's nice. So while you're out there being wacky at Dunkin' Donuts, These poor grieving families have to put up with your digging into their past and private conversations that they've had with family members being exposed on the internet. That's all you. That's all you and your friends. That's what you're doing. And you get a little butthurt over a story that you told. You told the story. You put it out there. And when something's out there, Tiffany, it's out there. You should know that because you've been digging into families, victims' lives for a few months now. So every little dirty detail you can dig up or find or troll their Facebooks, pull pictures, pull information. And you're a little butthurt because John called you out. He said the truth. He's not lying. You did say what you said. You did get arrested. It was in a newspaper, so that's in public domain. It's in a newspaper. Hello, it's out there. Just because you can get out of things doesn't mean that you shouldn't be held accountable. You still should be held accountable for your actions. So going around privacy striking everybody is not your answer.
My coffee for me, I had to do it myself. So I asked for a cup. She didn't want to give me a cup. And then she was like, you have to pay for it. So I was like, okay, no problem. So I paid like 39 cents for a plastic cup. I mixed my drink and went to go give her back the fucking cup. And this big Jamaican bitch in the background was like, don't you take that cup back from her. So I tossed it up on the counter and it fucking was lightweight. It was a plastic cup. Dude, there was nothing in it. Nothing. I used it to like mix my own drink. And it bounced off the window counter onto the floor behind the girl. Okay, so finish listening to this. Where was I? Let's see. Just thrown something back through the window and was refusing to leave. Yeah. Okay. Please said officers arrived to find Tiffany 31 of sitting in her car blocking the drive-through lane. Said the officers observed several workers walking in and out of the store in an effort to serve other customers, which they did. They didn't want to fucking give me my shit, and they didn't want to give me my receipt back, and I wasn't fucking moving. I was like, fuck no, you're gonna give me what I paid for, because I already paid for my order. I paid for 2 orange juices that I still haven't gotten. I'm not going fucking nowhere. So yes, they brought all the orders out behind me and handed everybody else their shit instead of just giving me my shit so I could drive away. Hand to the Bible. Hand to the Bible, girlfriend. I will fucking tell you, if I was lying, I had it all on my fucking dash cam, and my son was recording the whole thing. So, this is no word of a lie. Where was I? Okay. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm high, so I totally lost my place. Okay, sitting in her car, blocking the drive-through lane. He said that, okay, they were walking out to serve other customers. Workers told the police that had pulled up and placed an order that included coffee and donuts, asking the worker to also shake the coffee for her. God forbid, you don't want a fucking mouthful of sugar at the bottom of your cup, right? The worker instead offered her a cup for an extra 25 cents. No, it was like 39 cents, not 25 cents, for her to do it herself. The police took the receipts as evidence. Well, shit, I'm glad they did. I didn't even notice I was in there till now. This was 2 years ago. I never did get my receipt, and they never gave me my receipt either. Pulled up to the window and shook it herself with an extra cup and then threw the cup at the worker, according to Lucy, grazing his leg. You would think I fucking shot a bullet through the window. The cup was mostly empty, he said, and there was no threat of injury. But mind you, when they called the police, she told them that I threw a hot coffee at her. Okay? The interaction was captured on video, according to police reports. Yeah, my video. They didn't have a fucking video. Officers spoke. They're such liars. Oh my God, it's so horrible. Officers spoke with who told them she is a customer there every day and has always had them shake her coffee. She also indicated that she had ordered and paid for an orange juice, not two, because I was buying for not two orange juices, just one. Okay. I know what I fucking ordered, but thanks. And that was not provided. According to the police report, the police said the order was not on the receipt. Well, shit, I wouldn't fucking know because they never gave it to me. Was charged and released on a promise to appear for arraignment in Division District Court. So, this is what happened. I fucking roll up to the speaker and I've got with me. Okay, so it was like 4 or 5 months. Kukla! So it was like 4 or 5 months after I got arrested, July 18th. I go to I get a phone call. The kids wanted donuts and orange juice. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I love them. I would do anything for them.
He sure as fuck isn't slicing his wrists like Em, your daughter.
So I'm like, all right. So I grab we jump in the car. I grab and I ordered a large iced caramel macchiato with 5 sugars, light, with milk. Like, oh my God. So the cop comes up to my car. He's like standing in front. He's like, can you just pull over into the parking spot over there? And I'm like, I said, first I need my receipt, I need my 2 orange juices, and I need my lid and my straw. I said, I'm not going anywhere until I get what I paid for. So he's like, I'll get it for you. Just pull over to the side. So I'm like, fine, what the fuck ever. So I pull off to the side into the parking spot. The guy comes up to my car and he's like, ma'am, please step out of the car. And I said, excuse me? I said, I never removed myself from my vehicle. I never got out of my car. I did not do anything to this person. He said, ma'am, she just told me that you threw a coffee at her. And I said, excuse me? I said, absolutely not. So I told him the whole story. She's still telling me to get out of my car. I said, I'm not leaving my son in the car. I said, no. So I don't trust the cops here. They beat the shit out of a war veteran and killed him and got away with it. I just don't trust them. So, and my dad always said he would never be a cop here because they're just too crooked. So anyways, he's always told me, like, don't let them in your house. Don't, like, he's just very overprotective when it comes to. So anyways, I'm like, call Pop. I'm like, now I'm getting nervous because the guy was like, you need to step out of the car, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, call Pop. So it's calling my dad and it's going straight to voicemail. It was 11 o'clock in the afternoon, straight to voicemail. This never happens. So my dad's not picking up. So I'm like, fuck, I really don't want to bother my mom at work, right? So I'm like, call Nana. So calls my mom. And all I hear is, he just got on a plane to California. Or Texas. No, it was Texas. Yeah. He just got on a plane to Texas. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. So I told I'm like, tell her what's going on, please. So I'm talking to the cop. He's like questioning me about everything, telling me he's got it on camera, he's got it on video, blah, 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 blah. I was like, you don't have anything on video. Mind you, I never told him that I had a dash cam. I never told him my kid was recording. I kept it to myself. Smartest thing I ever did. So fucking, I'm like, listen, I said, I need to call my godfather. I said, I'm not getting out of this vehicle until I get in touch with something. Like, I was fucking serious as a heart attack. I wasn't getting out of the fucking car for them, at least until somebody knew what was going on. So they're like, well, what do you need to call your godfather for? Who's your godfather? So then the sergeant came over and he's like, oh, Tiffany, hey, because we live in a really small town. And when I was a little girl, I knew some of these cops, you know?